Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will solve word problems involving scientific notation. So, let's get started. So, let's have our word problem number 1. So, light travels at a speed of 3.00 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second. The distance from Earth to the Sun is approximately 1.496 times 10 raised to 8 kilometers. How many seconds does it take for light to travel from Sun to Earth? So, dito guys, pinapahanap sa atin ilang segundo raw magta-travel yung light from the Sun to the Earth. Okay, so may dalawa tayong given na scientific notation. So, solve natin. Step 1, identify all the given information. So, una yung 3.00 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second natin, yan yung speed of light. Okay, so sabi dyan, light travels at a speed. Okay, ibig sabihin, ito yung speed natin. So, that is V equals 3.00 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay, so pangalawang given natin is we have the distance from Earth to the Sun. So, let's say yun yung D, which is approximately 1.496 times 10 raised to 8 kilometers. Okay? So, dito guys, ang pinapahanap sa atin is yung time. Okay? Gaano raw katagal yung magta-travel yung light natin from the Sun to the Earth. So, ang formula ng time natin, kung natatandaan nyo, is time equals distance over speed or velocity. Tama? So, D over V yung gagamitin nating formula mamaya. Okay? So, next step natin is to convert distance to meters. So, kung mapapansin nyo guys, magkaiba ng unit yung ginamit dito sa ating given. Okay? Sa speed natin, ang ginamit is in meters. Sa distance naman, ang ginamit is in kilometers. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, we need to convert the distance, yung kilometers, gagawin natin meters. Okay? Kailangan parehas sila ng units para ma-solve natin. Okay? So, first, gagamitin natin yung 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Ito yung conversion values natin, no? Kung saan yung 1,000 meters, we can say that's 10 cube. Tama? Parehas lang naman yan. 1,000 meters, same lang siya ni 10 cube meters. Okay, so convert natin yung distance. So, we have 1.496 times 10 raised to 8 kilometers. So, ang conversion natin is 10 cube meters is to 1 kilometer. Tama? So, ngayon, ang mangyayari, makakancel yung kilometers natin dito. So, isa-solve lang natin yung 10 raised to 8 times 10 cube. Okay, so paano ba tayo mag-multiply ng may exponent? So, gagamitin niyo yung product rule. So, copy lang natin to guys, 1.496 times 10. So, since this is multiplication, ipagpa-plus nyo lang yung exponent. So, 8 plus 3, that is 11. Okay, so ang distance na natin ngayon is 1.496 times 10 raised to 11 meters. Okay, so ngayon, parehas na guys yung unit ng ating distance at saka speed. Okay, parehas na silang in meters. So, pwede na natin gamitin yung formula natin for time. Tama? Yung T equals D over V. Okay, kung saan ang D natin o yung distance is equal to 1.496 times 10 raised to 11 over speed, yung V natin, which is 3.00 times 10 raised to 8. Okay, so this time, para ma-solve natin to guys, gagamitin natin yung ating scientific calculator. Okay? So, meron tayo dito guys na scientific calculator. Pero bago natin i-solve yung ating division, una, isa-set up nyo muna yung inyong calculator, no? So, usually kasi, ang default ng ating calculator is naka-normal values. Okay? So, una yung gagawin, isa-set up muna natin yan. So, press shift, and then set up. So, dito guys, ang default ng ating calculator usually nasa number 8. Okay, yung normal value. So, ang gagamitin natin this time is yung number 7, which is scientific notation. Okay, so press nyo lang yung 7. And then, lalabas dyan 0 to 9. Ito yung number of digits natin sa ating scientific notation. Usually, ang ginagamit ko dyan is 5. Okay, para meron tayong at least 4 decimal places sa ating scientific notation. Okay, so press 5. Ngayon, mapapansin nyo, yung ating scientific calculator is naka-scientific notation na. Ito, may symbol na siya ditong SciMath. Tama? So, ngayon, pwede na nating i-input yung ating division, yung ating equation. So, we have divide. So, input nyo yung nasa ating numerator. We have 1.496. Tama? Times 10 raised to 11. Okay? And then, punta tayo sa denominator. We have 3.00 times 10 and then raised to 8. Okay? So, na-input na natin, guys, yung ating equation. And then, press equals. So, ang lalabas dito is naka-fraction, no? So, i-convert lang natin to decimal by pressing, ito, guys, yung standard to decimal. Okay, press lang natin. So, lalabas dito, we have 4.9867 times 10 raised to 2. So, ito na ngayon yung ating sagot. Okay? So, nakuha ba guys kung paano isolve? So, ang final answer natin, we have 4.9867 times 10 raised to 2 seconds. Okay? So next, let's proceed to our word problem number 2. The diameter of the sun is approximately 1.39 times 10 raised to 6 kilometers, while the diameter of Earth is about 1.27 times 10 raised to 4 kilometers. How many times larger is the diameter of the sun compared to Earth? So, dito guys, pinapakuha kung gaano raw mas malaki yung diameter ng sun compared to Earth. No? So, ibig sabihin, pinapakuha lang yung ratio. Okay, so to solve yung ating word problem, step 1 natin, identify all the given information. So, we have two scientific notation. No? Una, yung 1.39 times 10 raised to 6. Ito yung ating diameter of the sun. So, tawagin natin siyang d sub sun. Okay, diameter. Next, yung 1.27 times 10 raised to 4 kilometers natin, ito naman yung sa Earth. So, we have the diameter of the Earth or d sub Earth. Okay? So, dito, since pinapakuha, how many times larger is the diameter of the sun compared to the Earth? So, ibig sabihin, pinapakuha lang guys yung ratio ng diameter of the sun to diameter of the Earth. Tama? So, input lang natin. So, ang diameter of the sun natin, we have 1.39 times 10 raised to 6 over 1.27 times 10 raised to 4. Okay? Yung diameter of the Earth. So, again, para ma-solve natin to guys, gagamitin natin yung ating scientific calculator. Okay? So, since naayos na natin yung setup nito, naka-scientific notation na to guys. So, input na natin yung ating equation, no? So, gawa tayo ng fraction. Input nyo yung numerator. We have 1.39 times 10 raised to 6. Tama? Over 1.27 times 10 raised to 4. Okay? So, after nyo ma-input yung ating given values, press equal. So, again, ang bibigay dyan is yung fraction form. So, press nyo lang to para ma-convert to decimal. So, we have 1.0945 times 10 raised to 2. So, ito na ngayon, guys, yung ating final answer. Okay? So, naintindihan ba? So, ang final answer natin, we have R equals 1.0945 times 10 square times larger, no? So, mas malaki ng, ito yung comparison nung sun to earth natin, no? In terms of diameter. Okay? So, next, let's proceed to word problem number 3. The world population in 2025 is estimated to be 8.5 billion people. The population of a city is 4.2 times 10 raised to 6 people. What is the ratio of the city's population to the world population? Okay, so dito guys, medyo simple lang yung ating problem. Pinapakuha lang yung ratio nung cities to the world population. Okay, so first, identify natin yung mga given. Una, yung world population natin, we have 8.5 billion. So that is equivalent to 8.5 times 10 raised to 9. Tama? And then yung ating city population naman, we have 4.2 times 10 raised to 6. Okay? So ito na ngayon guys yung ating mga scientific notations. So now, for yung formula natin, we have ratio equals city over world. No? So bakit city population yung nasa numerator? Kasi based dito sa ating question, what is the ratio of the cities to the world? Ibig sabihin, ang nauna, yung cities natin, yan yung ating nasa numerator. Then yung world population natin nasa denominator. Okay, so input natin yung ating given. We have city population 4.2 times 10 raised to 6 divided by world population which is 8.5 times 10 raised to 9. Okay? So again, ang gagamitin natin is yung ating scientific calculator. Okay? So input lang natin. So gawa tayo ng fraction. Then 4.2 times 10 raised to 6. Tama? And then 8.5 times 10 raised to 9. Okay? And then press equal. So, lalabas dito yung fraction form. So, press lang natin yung standard to decimal. So, we have 4.9412 times 10 raised to negative 4. So, ito na ngayon guys, yung ating ratio. Okay? So, naintindihan ba guys kung paano tayo nagsasolve ng mga word problems involving scientific notation? And that's it for our lesson for today. I hope you were able to understand the topic. So if you have any questions or clarifications, feel free to drop a comment below. So thank you guys for watching. This is Prof. D. See you on the flip side. Bye!